After night, I'm searching for Rita in the dark world, but something unspeakable starts chasing me. I never make it back through the portal in time. It's been more than a year since I foiled the ancients' plans to grow an alien embryo in my brain, and still the dark world haunts me. Rita's murder is just the latest reminder that no place is safe from the darkness. Not even my hometown. Open.
Your mother let me in, Dawson. Had some more questions to ask you about the murder.
Didn't we go all over this before?
Yes, but that was last week and you left out a lot. Witnesses said you and Rita left the banquet together. What happened when you two were alone?
Look, I don't remember being alone with Rita that night. I don't remember anything. I must have gotten drunk.
Is that so? People said they heard you two arguing outside the school building.
Look, Sheriff, I'm going to be late for my doctor appointment.
I know all about your sessions with Dr. Sims, but the mayor wants you to make time to meet with the feds later.
Feds? You mean the FBI?
That's right. I don't much like the idea of them trampling over my turf, but the mayor wants me to bring them in.
What's Mayor Fleming's interest in Rita's murder?
He wants this case solved quickly with the election coming up and all. Seems he has some friends at the Bureau, and believe me, they won't go easy on you.
I wish I had something to tell you, Sheriff. I really do.
Well, if you remember anything, see me down at the station. But your memory had better return by today, or things won't look good for you.
It smells good in here. Mom must be cooking something special. Mom looks pretty good considering all she's been through. Morning, Mom.
So it takes the sheriff to wake you up, Mike?
You know, you woke me up with all those pots banging.
Sorry, Mike, but it's time that you got up. The sun has been shining for hours.
Gosh, Mom, you treat me like I'm in high school again.
Well, then start acting your age. You came home to recover from your nervous breakdown, which is fine, but you've been here for a year now. When are you going back to your job?
But I have an extended sick leave for as long as I need it.
Well, I think you've recovered from whatever it was. I don't know what happened to you in that old house in California, but surely it couldn't have been that bad.
Go easy on me. What I went through last year was far worse than anything you could imagine.
I've lost a husband and a sister to cancer. Your father left me no insurance money, and I have arthritis. You don't see me checking into a mental hospital with a nervous breakdown.
It wasn't a nervous breakdown. It was... You wouldn't understand.
I understand that you're always moping around and acting like a bum. Come on, Mike. Why don't you finish up that novel you were writing?
You're ashamed of me, aren't you?
No, son, I'm not ashamed of you. I just wish I knew what was bothering you. You were always full of energy and life. Since that nervous breakdown, all you do is stare at the walls.
I'm having a hard time getting motivated.
You know, Mike, you're late for your doctor appointment. You're never going to snap out of your depression unless you see the doctor. And after that, I'd like you to do some errands for me.
But I've got things to do today, Mom.
Like what? You don't do a damn thing around here anymore.
I'm starting to get a headache.
Well, that's what your medicine is for. You know where to find it.
By the way, Mom, thanks for taking care of me this past year.
I love you, Mike. I just want you to get well again.
This picture has been on the refrigerator for years. I'm not about to take it down now. I don't feel like doing any errands now. Maybe later. Mom's had this pukey avocado green refrigerator since the 70s. Mom always loved this. I don't know why Mom likes these annoying smiley face magnets. When I was a kid, my family used to gather here to watch television.
On giving hot lunches to the school children. In other parts of the country, law enforcement officials are still bewildered about the murder of local librarian Rita Scanlon last week after the high school reunion. When asked about potential suspects, Sheriff Willard Butler replied,
Michael, you and your kind are in grave danger once again. The ancients have returned. I am sending something to assist you. You must act quickly.
Warned that this is the second local death this year, and residents should always be alert. On the national news scene,
There's someone at the front door. There's someone at the front door. It's a ticket for a traveling carnival over in the park. So this is where I left my camera. I'll bet there's some film inside. This bathroom always smells of Mom's perfume. I look like hell. hates it when I leave the toilet seat up, but it's my little way of rebelling against the system. Hey, that's Jack. He likes to think he's tough with that motorcycle and all, but he's about the only new friend I've made since I returned home.
Well, are you just gonna stand there gaping at me, Mikey boy, or are you gonna take a load off your feet?
What brings you here, Jack?
My motorcycle, dumbcoff. You need to have your ears checked. Actually, I stopped by because I saw the sheriff's patrol car drive off. I was worried about my favorite recovering mental case.
Don't joke about my nervous breakdown, Jack. I thought you were my friend.
Relax, Michael boy, relax. Geez, you must be under a lot of stress. They say your sense of humor is the first thing to go.
The sheriff thinks I murdered Rita.
Yeah, I know. I overheard Deputy Brown talking in the diner. You're the #1 suspect.
You overheard the deputy? That's great. Everyone must know by now.
It's a small town, people talk. But that could work to our advantage. I have a plan.
What should I do?
Not to worry, Mikey boy. I've been giving your situation some thought, and I think there are some things Sheriff Butler overlooked.
You know, Jack, I still can't remember what happened that night.
Nothing happened. You know that, and I know that.
It's hopeless. I feel like the biggest patsy since Oswald.
Don't worry, we'll get you out of this mess. Then we can party.
I'm too hungry to think right now, Jack. How about joining me at the diner?
I don't think I'm very welcome there. Not after that stunt I pulled with the jukebox. Let's meet here after you've done stuffing your face.
I've got an appointment with Dr. Sims soon. Let's get together afterwards.
You're seeing that, Quack? Don't waste your time with that head shrinker. Listen to your old pal Jack instead. Okay, we'll meet here after you're done with Dr. Sigmund Fraud.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for believing me.
Now, don't get all mushy on me. I'll meet you right here after your doctor's appointment. Until then, hang loose.
Even though I grew up in this town, I still find that a map helps me get to places quickly. This is the neighborhood where my house is. Hank's Diner and the pool hall are on this street. This is the Civic Center. This is the business district where Dr. Sims' office is. I've been finding reasons to avoid going to Dr. Sims' office during the past week. Rita used to live just around the corner. The sign says that the hardware store will be closed for the next 2 weeks. Dr. Sims is not in his office. That guy is out to lunch more often than his patients. There's Paul Cooper. For a guy who runs a hardware store, he doesn't keep his house in very good shape. Nice lawn, though. I've never never seen anyone take watering their lawn so seriously. Hi, Mr. Cooper. I'm Mike Dawson. Remember me?
Sure, Mike. I remember you.
So how's the hardware store business?
Great. I've given myself a vacation for the first time in about 3 years. The store is closed right now. I'm just going to relax and water my lawn for the next week or two.
Does your lawn need that much water?
It's dry. It's always dry. Gotta get it ready. You know how it is. It's nice to have a pretty lawn. I'll have a big water bill, but I don't care. As long as it keeps pumping, I'll keep watering.
I was wondering how well you knew Rita Scanlon.
Rita? Well, she lived across the street. We'd wave to each other. Why? Was she a friend of yours?
We went to high school together a few years back.
Yes? I didn't really know her back then. She moved in over there about 8 years ago, but I didn't talk to her much.
Pretty terrible news about the murder.
It certainly was. The second murder this year. I don't know what's going on in this town anymore.
What do you know about a second murder?
Old man Ramirez died in a fire. Some say it was an accident, but I think he was done in. A real shame. He was a steady customer at the hardware store. Liked to read, too.
Do you know of anything else strange going on in town?
No. Why do you ask? Nothing ever happens here. The town is full of cobwebs and stagnation. It needs a good cleansing. Until the murders, the place was just too quiet.
Why do you say the town's too quiet?
It was as if the town was waiting for a messenger or something. So I'll water the lawn and get it ready. I want to have a nice lawn ready for the messenger when he comes.
I think I have to leave now. You take real good care of yourself, Paul.
Take care of yourself, Mike.
The faucet's stuck. I can't turn it off with my bare hands. Why is the deputy standing guard in front of Rita's house? She wasn't killed at home. There must be some evidence inside that the police are protecting. Hi, Deputy Brown. What's new?
Oh, hello, Mike. What are you doing here?
You look like you're on guard duty.
I'm keeping watch over Rita Scanlon's house.
A week after the murder?
I'm just following orders, Mike. I'm not supposed to let anyone in. We've had problems with vandalism before.
What for? What's in there?
Not a thing. But we need to keep Rita's house intact until the FBI comes. They'll want to go over it with a fine-tooth comb.
When's your shift over?
Who knows? We've been working overtime at the sheriff's office ever since the body was discovered. This case is being given top priority. Unless there's an emergency or something, I have to stay put.
So how's the murder investigation going?
Come on, Mike. You know I shouldn't be talking to you about that. Go on now, let me do my job.
Store played a large part of my teenage years. I took Rita to the diner on our first date when we were both juniors in high school. place going. Hank must be in his 50s now. He opened the diner when he was out of high school. The one entrepreneur this town ever produced. How's it going, Hank?
My back's been acting up. But otherwise, not too bad. How are you, Mike?
I'm starving. What have you got to eat around here?
Like you haven't seen my menu 1,000 times. What are you hungry for? Ham and eggs, grits, pancakes?
Pancakes? Rita and I used to come here for pancakes after church.
You two were quite an item back when you were in high school. Shame about what happened to her. Real tragedy.
Who do you think murdered Rita?
Oh, I can't imagine it was anyone from around here. But he's one sick dude, whoever he is.
Sick? Murder isn't a disease. It's evil.
Relax, Mike. It's just a figure of speech. I don't think anyone's going to show the killer any compassion when they catch up with him.
Have you heard any more about the investigation?
Deputy Brown stopped by to get some coffee and donuts on his way to Rita's place. He was saying that the FBI might be called in. Doc Larson was telling us some pretty grisly stuff.
I heard about the FBI from the sheriff.
Say, Mike, weren't you with Rita the night she was killed?
Rita was my date to the high school reunion.
Well, what happened? She got killed in the park near the Ramirez mansion. Didn't you walk her home?
I can't remember about that night, Hank. It's these headaches.
Mike, you and I go way back. As a friend, I'm telling you that you better start remembering quick. Deputy Brown was saying that the sheriff doesn't want to waste any time on this case.
I'm seeing Dr. Sims in a short while. Maybe he can jog my memory.
Don't waste your money on head shrinkers, Mike. Whenever I forget something, I just retrace my steps.
What did Doc Larson have to say?
He wouldn't go into any details because he wants to keep certain things from the public. I haven't seen Doc Larson so excited since that other murder.
What other murder?
Old man Ramirez. He died in a fire a few weeks back and left his wife a very rich widow. Funny how Rita died so close to his house.
I don't see anything funny about Rita's death.
Sorry, Mike. I forgot that you two were friends. It's just that Rita and Ramirez were, well, friends. Some folks saw them walking in the park together, holding hands.
I don't believe it. Rita wouldn't fool around with a married man.
You're right. It's just gossip. Forget I ever said anything.
Rita was murdered in a public park. How could they keep any details secret?
Doc Larson had her body moved to the morgue before dawn. Deputy Brown said the sheriff wasn't too happy about that. Didn't give him much of a chance to examine the crime scene first.
I need some fresh air.
You don't look well, Mike. Why don't you go out for a walk? Nice day for it.
I think I'll just do that, Hank. See you later.
Take care, Mike.
There's Jimmy Gardner and Melissa Fleming. Jimmy's the type of loser I'd expect to see in a place like this. But it's surprising to find the mayor's wife here. Hi, Jimmy. Long time no see.
Well, well, it's Mr. Big Shot Ryder. What brings you down to this part of town? Slumming?
How about a game of pool?
Cut the crap, Dawson. We might have been friends once, but that was a long time ago.
What happened to you? You were a straight-A student until you dropped out.
I guess I'm just the town's bad seed. You went off to college and joined the establishment. I stayed here and became a statistic.
We were friends in high school. Why are you so angry with me now?
Let's just say that you and I don't share the same interests anymore.
You're a real tough guy now, aren't you, Jimmy?
You got that right, chump. I'm the local wise guy, so stay out of my way.
I hear that your interests these days aren't exactly on the up and up.
So what? There's a lot going on in this town that ain't exactly on the up and up.
Tell me, Jimmy, how come the sheriff leaves you alone?
That's easy in this town. That flatfoot doesn't know his butt from an armadillo, but I got the goods on him. He doesn't bother me.
What do you know about Sheriff Butler?
I know he's down here trying to get away from what happened in Dallas. Yeah, he's a real champion of justice, all right.
Maybe I should go.
Yeah, get out before I throw you out.
Hey, remember me? I'm Mike Dawson. It's been a long time.
Not long enough to suit me.
Hey, why the cold shoulder?
What makes you think you're worth giving the cold shoulder to?
So what are you doing here in the pool hall? Seeing Jimmy?
What are you insinuating? I'm a married woman, I'll have you know. I just came in here for a smoke.
Well, you did used to date Jimmy back when you were a cheerleader.
Now, that was a long time ago. We're not the same people we were in high school, you know.
I heard that you married Mayor Fleming. He used to be my dad's partner, you know.
Oh, please don't give me that. He's old enough to be my father routine. I've heard it all.
When did you take up smoking? Don't you know it's bad for your health?
Yeah? Well, there's lots of things that are bad for your health.
Poor Rita. It's a shame what happened to her.
Poor Rita? That little tramp had it coming to her.
How can you say such things about Rita?
Forget Dawson, forget I even said it. Now buzz off.
The mayor campaigned on how he was going to rid our streets of the homeless, but I guess they just got driven into sheds like this. Another evil that's been hidden but still exists. It's hard to believe that someone could live in this dilapidated old shed. Some archaeologists believe that to truly understand a culture, you should examine its trash. I found an old coat hanger. This might be useful. I once read a story about how a thief used a wire to open a lock. This is the Civic Center. The Civic Center. We used to joke about the sheriff's office, courthouse, and morgue all being next door to each other. First they tie them, then they try them, then they fry them. Andy and Bonnie would be right at home here. But this ain't Mayberry. And unless I can get the sheriff off my back, there ain't going to be a happy sitcom ending. Hi, Sheriff. I just came in to get out of the heat.
Dawson, I was hoping that you'd show up.
You're in your office on weekends too, huh?
That's right, Dawson. I'm a dedicated public servant. I'm going to stay right here until we get that murder solved. Unless there's an emergency, of course.
Well, I think I'll be going now.
You know, Dawson, sooner or later you're going to make a mistake. And then I'm going to lock you up for the rest of your natural life.
a morgue would have a waiting room. The carnival has been set up here in the park for more than a week now. I wonder when it's going to finally open. Past the Ramirez Mansion in a long time. It's one of the town's oldest landmarks. They used to own all of the land around the park before they donated it to the town. Hello, Mrs. Ramirez. I'm Mike Dawson. I grew up in this town.
Did you? Well, what do you want?
I was just admiring your house.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's over a century old. At one time, it was the only building around here for miles.
So your family's been here a long time?
My late husband's family, actually. But they're all dead and gone. It's just me now.
You must get lonely sometimes.
Nonsense. I have my church, my books, and I have my money.
It must cost a lot to insure a place like this. My dad used to be in the insurance business.
I'm sorry to hear that. Those insurance people are godless swine, worshipping nothing but the almighty dollar. Why, they even tried to cheat me out of my husband's life insurance. I finally had to take them to court, but I won.
I couldn't help but notice all the religious icons you have.
Yes, they ward off the evil that is running amok here in Crowley. This town used to be a God-fearing community, but now I don't dare to leave my house except to go to church.
Why do you think the town is corrupted by evil?
Why, just stroll along the street, and you will find vice and decadence behind every door. The church is our only hope for salvation. You do attend church, don't you?
I go to church whenever I get the chance, I guess.
You should go to church every Sunday, at least. And more often than that, when possible. There are dark forces at work here, and your soul must be fortified to resist temptation.
Thank you, Mrs. Ramirez. I appreciate your time.
God be with you, young man.
Oh my God. This is where Rita was murdered. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. Who's there? Who are you?
My name's Slim. You're Mr. Dawson, aren't you? The one they think murdered Rita Scanlon?
My name is Mike Dawson, but I didn't murder Rita.
I know. A voice told me that you were innocent. You don't think that's strange, do you? Hearing voices in your head?
No, I don't think that's strange at all. I've been hearing voices myself.
I knew that people had you all wrong, Mr. Dawson. You and me, we belong to a much larger world. One that most people couldn't begin to fathom.
You're right. No one believes some of the things I've seen and heard. Why are you wearing that getup?
I'll have you know that I'm wearing the uniform of protection.
Excuse me? What did you say?
It designates me as the protector of this town and endows me with special powers.
What do you protect the town from?
There are dark forces at work. An evil power is lurking in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to hatch its latest plot.
I know exactly what you mean. I felt the same way for over a year.
Feeling isn't enough, Mr. Dawson. You've got to act. It's my duty to put a stop to their plans. Stop them before they take over the entire world.
What sort of powers does your uniform give you?
This uniform renders me invulnerable. When I wear it, nothing can harm me. Well, nothing except for a little poison ivy every now and then.
Where'd you get this uniform of protection?
A woman delivered it to me. A very wise and noble woman.
You're referring to the Keeper of the Scrolls, aren't you?
No. Eleanor, my mail carrier, delivered it to me. She's some cutie, let me tell you. The uniform came out of a catalog.
Why are you hiding in the bushes?
I'm checking out the murder site. The criminal always leaves a clue at the scene of the crime.
I don't know what you hope to find here. The sheriff must have gone over this place with a fine-tooth comb.
The sheriff? Don't make me laugh. That buffoon couldn't solve a jigsaw puzzle. He has no conception of the significance of this crime.
Did you know Rita?
I knew Miss Scanlon was the town librarian. At least that's what she claimed. But I have my suspicions about her.
What was suspicious about Rita?
She was involved with something. Something unclean. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but when I do, it will expose the evil lurking under this town.
You seem to be the only one who really understands what is going on. Who do you think killed Rita?
I think she was murdered by aliens from another dimension.
You know about the ancients. So the Keeper of the Scrolls was right. They were involved with Rita's death.
Of course it was the ancients. Who else could have committed such a horrible crime? It had to be the ancients.
Finally, someone else who knew about the dark world. I can't even confide in my mother or my best friend about this. I'm so glad I met you, Slim.
Or it might have been OJ working in cahoots with the Trilateral Commission, I'll betcha. Then again, it could have been the International Communist Conspiracy. This looks like their handiwork.
I've got to go now.
Wait. Before you leave, I did find something the sheriff overlooked. It's a ticket stub to last week's high school reunion.
Where did you find this ticket? Do you mind if I have the ticket, Slim? I don't have many mementos of Rita.
Take it, Mr. Dawson. It's not much of a clue, and besides, I've got theories about a hired hitman and a satanic cult to follow up on. Don't worry, I'll find Rita's murderer and prove your innocence.
Gee, thanks, Slim. That makes me feel a lot better.
Glad to have your vote of confidence, Mr. Dawson. Well, I've got some investigating to do. Oh, by the way, I live out behind the pool hall if you need to get in touch with me.
Splitting headache. I better go see Dr. Sims.
Make yourself comfortable, Mike. I've been expecting you.
I have an awful headache, Doctor.
Have you been taking your medicine?
The medicine doesn't work. Can't we try something else?
We could try hypnosis. It's proven effective with many of my patients. You may experience some unsettling dreams, but it might also help your memory.
An I'm still having trouble remembering things.
This is to be expected. You're still recovering from a nervous breakdown. The murder last week has further exacerbated the problem.
Why can't I remember what happened at the reunion?
It's always a shock to learn a friend has been killed. And you were the last one to see Rita alive, right? The human mind tends to block out painful memories.
I just wish I could remember more about what happened that night.
Don't worry, Mike. The memories will come back in time.
Sheriff Butler suspects me of Rita's murder.
Yes, the sheriff was in here asking about you. I told him I didn't think you were capable of such an act.
I'm feeling much better, Doctor. I don't think I need to see you anymore.
I disagree, Mike. I know you're frustrated with the slow progress, but these things take time. But perhaps some hypnotherapy will speed up your recovery.
I think it's happening all over again.
Have you been having more of your dark world experiences?
I've been dreaming about the dark world again.
Uh-huh.
I've seen Rita in my dreams, too.
That's good. Perhaps it's a sign your repressed memories will resurface soon.
Voices from the dark world have contacted me.
I see.
I may be going back there, and soon.
Yes, of course, Mike. But I really can't approve of you entertaining these fantasies. We need to work on your memory of events as they really are.
You know, what happened last year wasn't a hallucination. It was real.
Or so you believe, Mike. It isn't all that uncommon for people to suffer delusions of alternate universes. Even things as bizarre as aliens implanting embryos in human brains.
But, Dr. Sims, everything I told you is true.
Yes, of course. But tell me, what does your friend Jack think of all this?
I never told Jack about the dark world.
But you told me he was your closest friend.
I trust Jack, but I don't tell him everything.
Well, from what you've told me about this Jack, I don't think he's a very positive influence on you. My advice would be to steer clear of him. Try not to associate with him so much.
Jack's the only friend I've got.
Nonetheless, I think he's a bad influence. I want you to think about severing your relationship with him.
I do want to get better, but the thought of being hypnotized frightens me.
Mike, I know that the thought of losing control over your mind terrifies you, but I believe hypnotism will be of benefit in your case. Why don't we give it a try?
All right. You've convinced me. Hypnotize me.
You're feeling sleepy. You feel like you're drifting on a cloud, on a rubber raft at the swimming pool. All is calm, all is quiet. You are sleepy.
I feel so dizzy. This reunion banquet is giving me a headache. I need some fresh air.
You always need fresh air, Mike. I swear, I don't know what's happened to you since you've moved away from here. And frankly, I don't like it.
Come on, Rita. Give me a break. You know I've been sick.
Sick of people, you mean? You've become such a loner, Mike. You never want to go anywhere where there's people. You don't even want to visit any of my friends.
Not your reading group again. Always busy doing stuff for the library. You never have any time to spend alone with me anymore. Why can't it be like it was when we were in high school?
People change, Mike, but I don't care for the change that's come over you. You're drunk. I'll see you later. I have a friend to see.
Fine. Just walk away. I hope the boogeyman gets you. Why am I so dizzy? I bet the punch is spiked.
Is someone there? Don't play games. Mike? Is that you?
Mike? Are you awake? How's your headache now?
I feel better. My headache's gone.
Good. Perhaps hypnosis is the answer to your problems.
What a bizarre dream.
What did you dream about?
I was back in the dark world. It was so strange.
The dark world again, huh? It probably represents what you consider evil. An internal conflict, perhaps.
I dreamed about Rita. We were back at the reunion. We were arguing.
Perhaps it's a symbol of trying to resolve your inner turmoil. That's a good sign. Can you remember what you argued about?
Just a little. It all seems so fuzzy.
A common occurrence. Don't let it worry you.
I was wrong about this hypnosis stuff. I'd like to do it some more.
I'm glad it's working for you, Mike, but it looks like our time is up. If the headache comes back, we'll try more hypnosis.
Thanks, Dr. Sims. I feel a whole lot better.
It's good to know you're on the road to recovery, Mike. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
It's about time the carnival opened. I'll bet they were just trying to build up the public's curiosity so they'll attract more customers. Is there anything exciting to do at the carnival?
Yeah, over on the Midway. It's in front of the carousel to the left. We have all kinds of games of skill and chance you suckers can waste your time with.
What's the most interesting things to see?
Go to the sideshow behind the carousel to the left. We have a boring weightlifting act, some phony baloney fortune teller, and a pair of neurotic Siamese twins. I'm sure you'll have a blast.
You don't have to be so rude, you know.
Well, excuse me. Look, pal, I've been coughing up my lungs all day. So why don't you just cough up a ticket and we can put it into this delightful conversation right now?
What? Are you sick or something?
Good guess, Einstein. You ought to think about going into medicine. Damn straight I'm sick. But I left my friggin' medicine inside the carnival, and I have to man this stupid ticket booth all day.
Where is your medicine? Maybe I'll get it for you.
So, you're Albert Schweitzer, too. My medicine's in the cooler in the employee tech. You'll find it behind the carousel to the right.
I'll get your medicine for you right now.
Hey, no admittance without a ticket.
I have an admission ticket.
So, fork it over. Just because you're making some nice chit-chat, you think I'm going to let you into the carnival for free? What kind of fool do you think I look like? That's not a carnival ticket, you moron.
Here's your lousy ticket.
Glad to see you finally figured out how the system works.
How are you feeling?
Are you a moron or something? I'm feeling lousy, that's how I'm feeling. But maybe, just maybe, if you get me my medicine, I might start feeling good. Is that simple enough for you to understand?
You know, this is the strangest carnival I've ever seen.
You're telling me I'm relying on a suspected murderer to get me some life-saving medicine.
This carousel must mark the center of the carnival. There are walkways leading off in 4 directions. A shooting gallery. According to my ticket, all the attractions here are free. Fortune game. You guess a number, and if it turns up on the wheel, you win a prize. This looks like a fun game. I used to play horseshoes with my dad. I usually beat him, but I think he'd like to let me win. What a mess. I must have wandered into the backstage area of the carnival. This must be some kind of employee storage and break room. This anvil's too heavy. I can't lift it by myself. Sideshow and Hall of Mirrors attraction. Great. I've experienced enough freaks and distortions to last a lifetime. Hello, ladies.
Hello, sir. I hope that you are enjoying the carnival.
Say, this guy looks delicious, doesn't he, Minnie?
Who are you?
I'm Minnie. This is my sister, Daisy. We're Siamese twins.
We're very, very close.
What do you do at the carnival?
We work in the sideshow. What's it look like? Duh.
Please, Daisy, don't be rude. The gentleman may be interested to know that besides working at the sideshow, we also design the Hall of Mirrors.
That's interesting. Sideshow performers designing one of the attractions.
It was appropriate for us, what with us being mirror images of each other. Have you seen it yet? You should go.
It's fiendishly clever. You may never return.
I don't like mazes very much. I've had bad dreams about mazes.
Oh, this maze doesn't have to be a nightmare. It's actually quite easy if you have the key.
Shut up, Minnie! Don't say another word. It's forbidden.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Daisy. I keep forgetting. It's just that this young man seems so nice, I feel that I can trust him.
Did you design anything else at the carnival?
I wanted to put in the peep show, but Miss Purist Snow here won't allow it.
Oh, Daisy, all you think about is sex, sex, sex. If I let you have your way, you'd open up a bordello.
I need to get the clown's medicine, but it's trapped under an anvil. Can you help?
Oh, dear. You might try asking Gaga and the strong man next door. He can probably lift it for you.
Why, that muscle-bound crybaby is probably too busy feeling sorry for himself. Don't even bother.
What are you writing?
I'm addressing these postcards. We're sending them to famous people from all over the world.
I'm writing the text of the postcards. We write to everyone. Jack the Ripper, Lizzie Borden, Genghis Khan.
And I'm addressing this one to Charles Dickens. What's your name? Maybe we can send one to you.
Everyone you're writing to is dead. Do they ever write back?
Yes, voices come into our heads. I always hear from women.
And I always hear from men. Too bad none of them sound as young and virile as you, sweet buns.
Where do you send these postcards? To the dead letter office?
Oh, that's That's very funny, sir. No, we send them to the local morgue. I'm sure they know where to forward them.
So come on, hon. What's your name?
My name's Mike Dawson.
Mike Dawson? Oh, no. That was the name I was supposed to mail the key to. I think I made a big mistake.
Watch your mouth, sis. The voices won't like it.
No. I'm sick of you and your twisted ways, Daisy. You built the Hall of Mirrors as a favor for those voices you heard. Now I'm doing a favor for the voice I heard.
Look, pretty boy, I'm not letting my sister say anything more. Go on, get out of here before we all get in big trouble.
What a magnificent stage. This act must be something really special. Excuse me, Gargon.
I'm in the middle of my act. What do you want?
Do you work here?
Oh, that's just great. I'm doing my weightlifting act, and you can't even tell that I'm a performer. No wonder I'm going to lose my job.
Why would you lose your job?
I can't draw a crowd. They all go to see the Siamese twins or the fortune teller. There's just no interest in my talents. Not when you can rent Arnold or Sly at the video store for $1.
Come on, Mr. Gargon. There's no reason to be so depressed. Life's not so bad.
Oh, yeah? Obviously you didn't hear about the missing box office money. People are just plain no good. Now stop interrupting me!
Excuse me, Gargon.
I'm in the middle of my act.
I need some help. Could you lift an anvil off an ice chest for me?
Sorry, but I'm not in the mood to help anyone. I take some lousy pills my doctor gave me, but they don't do much good. I'm washed up, and I know it.
Is there anything I can do for you, Mr. Gargon?
You can stop pretending to feel sorry for me. I know that no one really gives a damn. Now, let me get on with my act while I still have a job.
A fortune teller. These people are nothing but rip-off artists. It's probably how this carnival makes most of its profits. Are you a fortune teller?
Indeed I am. Pandora, the all-seeing and all-knowing. Allow me to introduce you to my friend, Lucifer.
That sure is a big snake. Is he friendly?
Lucifer is very friendly to me. She is my familiar. She gives me my powers. Isn't that right, Loosey-goosey?
What does your snake eat?
Whatever she can fit into her mouth. By the way, I wouldn't stand too close.
What powers does your snake give you?
Powers that allow me to see into the distant past and the far future. Powers that let me help people guide their destinies. In layman's terms, I tell fortunes.
What's my fortune?
I get my strongest readings from personal items. And perhaps you have something in your possession I may examine.
This time, can I just...
I sense that your psyche wanders a plane far removed from this one. Mysticism holds much greater meaning for you than does normal conversation. No, another reading is what you need.
What a bunch of hogwash. I'm leaving.
You'll be back again. It's in the cards.
Hi, Slim. Do you have any more theories about who murdered Rita?
I was just down at the farm behind Mayor Fleming's house. There are some strange rings burnt into the cornfield like a flying saucer landed there. I'm thinking that it was spacemen who wanted Rita dead.
Oh, that's a very interesting theory, Slim. I'll have to give it some thought.
You do that, Mr. Dawson, and I'll let you know if I turn up anything.
I hate to admit it, Slim, but I need some leads in the Rita Scanlon murder.
I've been looking into a political connection, so I went over to the library where Rita worked, and sure enough, there are pictures of JFK all over the place. I'm wondering if Rita knew something about the assassination and somebody wanted to shut her up for good.
Oh, that's a very interesting theory.
You do that, Mr.
Here comes Jack. Thanks for meeting me, Jack. So what's your plan?
We gotta deflect Sheriff Butler's suspicions. You're innocent, right? We've gotta prove it.
But I don't remember anything that happened after Rita and I had our fight.
You had a fight with Rita? Is that what Dr. Sims helped you remember? I told you not to trust him. Now we gotta prove someone else killed her.
You're forgetting something, Jack. I'm not a detective.
So? Neither is Sheriff Butler. Listen, you need to collect some new evidence. I can't do it because, hey, look at me. I stick out like a sore thumb. But you do blend in and can probably do some digging.
Rita did say that she was going to meet a friend after the reunion. But who?
Well, it so happened that when I overheard the deputy, he did mention some other possible suspects. I, for one, agree with him on the selection.
Who are the other suspects?
At first, I didn't believe it. Then I thought about it, and it makes sense. I'm telling you. Two folks who ain't what they seem. How about Mayor Fleming and Doc Larson?
Mayor Fleming?
That's right. Mayor Irving Fleming. I once saw Rita sitting in his car in front of the courthouse, and they were looking pretty cozy. The election's coming up, and I'm sure he's busy sweeping all the skeletons out of his closet.
Doc Larson? The medical examiner?
Have you ever noticed how many female visitors they have at the morgue? Rumor has it that he has his fingers where they shouldn't be. He used to have Rita personally deliver medical textbooks from the library, you know.
Do you know if Rita dated anyone else?
Besides you? Well, she did used to see Sheriff Butler, but that ended a long time ago. Anyway, you have 2 good leads to get you started. As for me, I'm out of here.
The sheriff used to date Rita? I didn't know that. Now I really don't trust him.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree with that one, but what the hell? Maybe it'll take some of the heat off you if you harass the sheriff. Anyway, I gotta go.
Wait, Jack. I can't do this by myself.
You're capable of more things than you think, Mike boy. And I'm not abandoning you. I'll be cruising the neighborhood. If you turn up anything, come back here and flag me down.
Hi, Sheriff. I just came in to get out of the heat.
Back again, Dawson? I hope that you're ready to confess.
I heard there was some dispute over the handling of the body.
Yeah, Doc Larson was in a real big hurry to pack the corpse off to the morgue.
Why was Doc Larson in such a hurry to remove the body?
I don't know. Moving the body sure messed up the crime scene before we had a chance to look for physical evidence. Mighty unprofessional behavior, if you ask me.
Do you still think I'm the one who killed Rita?
I can't think of anyone else who makes a better suspect. I tell you, if I had one good, hard piece of evidence against you, I'd have you behind bars so fast your head would spin.
Why do you let a thug like Jimmy Gardner run around? Does he have something on you?
Shut your mouth, Dawson. You're pissing me off.
How well did you know Rita?
Yeah, hardly at all. I don't patronize the library very much. I get my reading material down at the newsstand.
I heard you used to date Rita.
So what if I did? Rita was interested in lots of men. Jealous, Dawson? Is that what made you snap and kill her?
So what happened between you two? Why did you break up?
None of your business. Why are you asking me these questions? I'm the one with the sheriff's badge, damn it.
Sorry, Sheriff. I didn't mean to pry into your personal business.
Damn right it's my personal business.
Well, I think I'll be going now.
You know, Dawson, sooner or later you're gonna make a mistake. And then
So, how's the murder investigation going, Sheriff?
You know, Dawson, they say killers follow the investigations of their own crimes just for the thrill.
There was a rumor going around that the body was mutilated?
I'll tell you one thing. Doc Larson was having himself a field day. Happier than a pig in slop. I can't reveal details. We have to withhold specific information that only the killer would know. Dawson?
You make it sound like Doc Larson enjoyed seeing Rita's mutilated body.
I tell you, I've never seen the man so excited. He could hardly wait to have the body bundled up and sent off to the morgue.
That Doc Larson's one strange guy.
Well, you know he was kicked off the hospital staff, don't you? Something about fooling around with some patient in the hospital morgue. But I shouldn't spread rumors.
Well, I think I'll be going now.
Anytime you feel like confessing, Dawson, you come right back. I'll be here.